Hello, parents, homeschool moms, people who are interested in homeschool. I am very new to homeschool. When I say very new, I mean like last week type of new to homeschool. Okay, I mean I'm about to start type of homeschool, like in about a week type of homeschool type of new. All right, so I'm new, that new. Okay. Anyways, so why did I decide to homeschool my son? And why did I decide to make a channel? Well, I saw that there are a lot of parents who make channels about homeschooling their children. So, but I didn't see anyone that started from like the very scratch, like yesterday type of stuff, like brand new, like trying to figure this out together type of stuff. So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do that to document or blog or whatever y'all call it from the very beginning. I have a 7-year-old son, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and I have a 4-year-old daughter. I've decided to homeschool my 7-year-old son first. Some people jump in and do all three kids, but at the current time, I am a full-time mom too. And being that I'm new to this and I don't really know how to do it per se, I'm going to start with one child. And my son has a little bit more challenges than my other two children. So I want to just focus on him for about a good year or half a semester until I'm able to come off my job. Just focus only just on him. Since he needs more attention right now than the other two girls. And then later on, I plan on bringing my first grader into it, and she'll be in second grade. So I plan on transition her when she's in second grade. And then for my 4-year-old, I plan on not sending her to school and just doing this from scratch with her, letting her just go full force with it. Why did I decide to do homeschool? I've been thinking about it for a long time for my son. He struggles in school, and I'm just really coming to the conclusion that school does work for some kids, but some kids it just doesn't work. And is he having behavior problems? No, he's not having behavior problems, but he sleeps in school, and I think that is a lot about. And I get those emails all the time from the teacher about he fell asleep today again. But I think it's his way of his brain shutting down because he can't grasp the stuff that's being taught. So my son is in second grade, but I feel like he has a learning delay, or his teacher doesn't know they haven't figured out how he learned and focus on that area. So I don't know how much I want to reveal today because I want to make a lot of different videos or do whatever I do. But the reason why I homeschool is because my son, I didn't feel like he was learning in school, and that they didn't have time to focus on him or the resources to really just focus on him. Being in a class of 23 kids, you can sometimes get pushed through the cracks. And in the situation, my son was actually really being pushed through the crack. They were just pushing him to the next grade, getting him to go to the next grade. And a teacher even told me that I asked her if I could have some extra homework for him because I saw his grades were in the 70s and I wanted to help him bring his grades up. And she said she didn't feel comfortable doing that because really his grades are really in the 60s, or they're below that 70. But the reason why she gave him a 70 is because they told me that they would not fail him. So right there, she literally just told me I'm pushing your child through the crack because, and to be honest, on all fairness, it's not the teacher. Okay, she's only doing the best she can with what she has. We sought help with the principal, with the IEP meetings, the different meetings with the special, we did all of that. And both of us agreed that he needed some more help. It was the school district that disagreed with that. It was the school district that tested him and said that he didn't qualify for services because all of his scores across the board were low. And what they look for to qualify for special services is that you have strength in one area. And they said because he didn't have a strength in one area, he didn't qualify for their services. And this happened in March. So he went into second grade not knowing how to read, not knowing how to write sentences and paragraphs and low in math and all of that. And it just got worse. it got worse in second grade. And when I asked for a retest or something, they told me that they're not allowed to do a retest within a year. They could probably retest him. So I was like, so he's just supposed to keep going through life like this, going through this year failing. And that's when the principal said, oh, we won't fail him. So when the teacher referred to that she won't, that, you know, he only given that 70 was because of that statement that we won't fail him. But they are failing him. You're failing this child by pushing him through the cracks. You're failing this child by not giving him the accommodation that he needs, because your test score shows that he doesn't need it, but it's evident that he needs it. And because of that lack of the urgency to help my son, I had to now take his education into my own hands. I feel like it's my responsibility. It's my duty. I cannot, I can't let him get pushed through the tracks. Too many people get pushed through the tracks, and they get to high school, they get to adulthood, and not able to read, not able to fill out applications, not able to be able to really be successful in this world. And regardless of his situation, I know that he can learn, but I just have to figure out, how can he learn? How does he learn? Give him that more one-on-one support. So I am currently a full-time at my job, and but I can't sit back as a mother and watch my son being pushed to the next grade and nothing be done. I can't do that. So I decided to homeschool him. I decided to research everything that I mean, he's already out of school. I've already withdrawed him. He's not going back. I mean, some people, I was going to try to wait until the beginning of third grade, but it's so bad. Like, it's just so, the homework that's given, and it's hard to work with him when he's been at a full day of school, and then daycare, and then come home and then have to do more work, because I need to be able to help him, not just with homework, but to help him with other things so he can learn those things at home too. It's a struggle because he's already tired. He's been working all day. He's been gone all day. He doesn't want to do more work. Like, literally, he would get upset. Sometimes he would cry. He would, because he didn't want to do his homework, and it was just too hot. It wasn't anything that was accommodating to him. It was things that was past, was just past him. And the craziest thing is that a lot of things that they say he couldn't do, when we're at home and it's just me and him working, I see that he can. It may not be on the level that you want it to be on, but it can. So they were telling me that he's on kindergarten level when he's in second grade, but he's on a kindergarten level. So that alone, does that not tell you that he needs more accommodations? Does that not tell you that he needs more accommodations? So I decided to homeschool my son because I feel like it was in the best interest of him and for his education. So I'm about to go on this journey, and I've researched it. I joined some homeschool groups on Facebook, which are they were very supportive of it. I mean, I didn't know that so many people actually homeschool their children, and so many people have great results from homeschooling their children. So many people said that I'm making the best decision of his life, and that they've run into a couple of the same issues with their children, and when they took them out, they started to soar. So I'm believing that my son is going to soar, and I'm believing that through God's help, that we are going to be able, that God is going to give me the strength, He's going to give me the knowledge, He's going to give my son everything that he needs. And I decided to also, since I'm homeschooling, I decided to also add a Bible curriculum as well into that, And the thing I noticed about my son, even when I teach Sunday school, is that he can tell me back what we talk about. Like, he can answer these questions, and he can answer the questions that I just talked about. He answers them really good, and he pays attention. But what I'm hearing from the school is that he doesn't pay attention. He's not focused. Doesn't have a behavior issue per se, but they say he's not focused, and I just think it's because it's past his head. I think it's just like, and then so anyhow. That's what I've decided to do with my son, is to homeschool. So I'm going to take you along this journey. I've already started looking at curriculum and online courses that I'm going to have them take, which those are going to be for other videos, for other videos, but this is just my introduction. This is just like, I want y'all to subscribe. I want you guys to go along with me. If you're thinking about it but you don't know and you're not sure, well, come along with me. Watch me go through it. If you are doing it, if you want to give me some tips on how I can do better, what I can do. I know I saw some things about deschooling and stuff like that. So if you are already a homeschool mom, please, I encourage you to help another homeschool mom out, a newbie out, a beginner out. If you are thinking about it and you just don't know where to start at, well, I'm right along with you. My state is Texas right now, so I've already looked at the requirements and stuff like that. There was really nothing much I had to do with, but formally withdraw him from school and write a letter. And we homeschool now, and I had to teach. We have to make sure we teach reading, spelling, grammar, math, and citizenship, and that was it. That's only really requirements here in Texas. So, I mean, we're about to make it happen. So I encourage you to come along for this journey. I encourage you. I mean, this ain't the best YouTube video, okay? I'm just starting, but I will learn how to put all these things up and whatnot. But I wanted you guys to come along from the beginning to see where we are at the very beginning. My daughter, no. So I wanted to take you guys along with me just from the beginning. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of my journey in homeschooling my son. If you want to know more, there's so much more that I have to say about the whole school situation, that I have to say about myself, about my son. Get to know us. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and support us, and just let us know you want to know more. All right, see you guys.